Thank you for inviting us. And I'll just briefly share about our company and our work to begin with, and then really talk about what we came here to discuss. I'd actually joined Tomorrowio just a few months ago, coming from working in East Africa and globally on ground-based observations. And really, Tomorrowio is a phenomenal story of climate and information organization and a company that's just grown phenomenally over the past few years. And it has customers and partners not only on the business side, and you see a lot of the logos, but also in the government space, being a partner of NOAA and the U.S. National Weather Service, as well as others. And really, the company is focused on bringing weather intelligence that really in the public sector kind of translates into the concept of impact-based multi-hazard forecasting and warning services. So just to kind of unpack that a bit, what do we do? There's a phenomenal amount of information out there, and certainly a lot of it's been presented and is being presented today. We help organizations, kind of interpret and take this information the last mile. So we take data points and forecasts and help with the decisions and actions and advising those, really divided by industry, by vertical, by use case, by application, so that the value of the information is higher and the impact is felt in the communities that are vulnerable, as well as across businesses and organizations. We do that in really two kind of profound ways. One is, as I just mentioned, a software platform that has multiple verticals and industries and use cases for this, for climate and weather information, also supported with an API service there. And also really filling gaps. We recognize that there are gaps currently in when it comes to hyperlocal forecast modeling in near-term weather prediction, as well as gaps in coverage when it comes to key variables being recorded around the world to help with the models and therefore help with software platforms. Perhaps nowhere is this gap really felt more than in the sub-Saharan African region, where only a handful of countries have deployed things like ground-based radar for this really fine rainfall picture. Again, I'm very sensitized to that personally, and we are as a company. And I believe everyone in attendance here is fully aware of some of these gaps. So given that kind of context, our company has embarked on a really creating a breakthrough solution, and that is a world's first weather radar constellation, meaning that miniature satellites are now able to carry things like an active radar. So what we're going to have in the coming months is a constellation of roughly 30 weather radar in low Earth orbit, producing rainfall data with high resolution every hour. So that means going from what GPM is producing now, the satellite called GPM, every 3 days to an hourly revisit rate, and making that available for forecast modeling centers, as well as just broadly as a data set. So, phenomenal work that we've embarked on from our perspective. So these are some of the data sets that will be available. I think rainfall and really having that 3D picture of precipitation on an hourly basis across the entire African continent, and certainly East Africa, is going to be game-changing in a lot of ways. Again, for forecast modeling, but for various types of climate applications. I'd like to kind of go back to the notion of impact-based multi-hazard forecasting and alerting services, and sort of point out that the impact of this new data is we expect to be profound, not only in just basic forecasting and basic data delivery, but also across various types of forecasting, for particular impacts and for particular hazards. So things like flooding, things like typhoons and cyclones, and really across various types of important verticals like agriculture. So how do government organizations work with us? Again, recognizing that we have many ways that we can partner. Starting with this concept of weather intelligence, really bringing data products and data services to verticals, to industries, to government stakeholders, and most importantly, to climate vulnerable communities at scale. And to do that, we have the software and API platform, and we're really keen to partner with many government institutions and their supporters on that part. We do have proprietary forecast modeling, but we are also working with international and national forecasting centers, so we can look at again creating customized customized forecasting products, specifically for various types of impacts, and we can do that jointly with the government institutions. And finally, on the data side, really pulling in data from various types of ground-based data sources, and then again, as mentioned earlier, bringing that satellite-based rainfall observation set. I think altogether really can be a powerful example of public-private engagement per the WMO guidelines. And we wouldn't be working in Africa if we weren't really working in tandem with Tomorrownow.org, and that's our partner company, a partner organization. So this is our final slide here, just showing the collaboration that we're doing to bring that information and really make an impact as it pertains to the East African region and the end users in it. That's all we have. Thank you so much.